Wait, you can hear me though, right? Because I saw people saying that they can hear me. Yeah? Hi. Okay, okay. You can hear me. Okay, perfect, perfect. Hi guys. Oh, thank you so much for joining and sorry for all of the issues. Um Reading through the chat now and I'm doing well. Daytona, totally fine if you're not able to stay for long. Um I hope you're able to, get some rest, especially if you had a really tiring week. And Veronica asked if I took the MCAT, and yes, I did. I took the MCAT almost 2 months ago now. I took it at the end of July, so yeah. Um, Hello, Tank Top Twan, Not Normal, Rex Dung, Love from India, Namaste. Lunasco, hello. Kang Taeung-nim, as far as I know, you finished Princeton. Uni have you passed to enter a med school? If you passed, what is your major for a doctor? No, I'm still applying, so no medical school yet. Hello, Monica and Nicole Symbol. Hello, Despacito. ¿Te gustan los gatos? I don't know what that means. That's asking if I like something, but I don't know what los gatos are. Jerry K, hello. Mm, Shambhavi, thank you so much. Charlize, hello. Thanks for joining this time. Yeah, last time I did my live, it was around uh, midday. And so today I'll do mine at night. How much time has passed? Okay, only a couple of minutes. Um, yeah, so today I'll do mine at night, and then the next one that I'll do, I'll try to do in the morning. So I hit, all the bases, and so that everybody is able to make it. Daytona is about to fall asleep. Um, wow, fall asleep to my voice. That's such an honor. um, Monica and Nicole, how was your summer? My summer was, I mean, to be fair, it was, the pandemic. So it's not like it was a particularly fun summer since I was inside a lot just because of the pandemic. And then on top of that, I was preparing for my MCATs. So I was studying basically all day, every day for almost two full months. So it wasn't particularly great. But after that point, I think it got a lot better. And I was able to catch up with a lot of like the new K-pop releases and stuff. So and Hugo, yes, I listened to the songs that people asked me about last time. I have a list right here. Um, I listened to Ace, I listened to One Us, I listened to 80s, I listened to Day 6, I listened to 17. I forgot to listen to Luna's 365. That one I forgot to listen to. Tisa Manandar, hello. Oh, gatos are cats. I don't okay, I like cats, but I have a cat allergy. I like dogs a lot more than I like cats, um, as well, on top of having cat allergies. Tisa, it's 4 a.m. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you're able to fall asleep sometime soon. 4 a.m. is pretty late. Um, I am from Nepal. That's where I was born. Um, yes. Kang Taeuk, I couldn't find your growl cover. It should be there. To be fair, because I'm preparing for medical school, I have unlisted a couple of videos, but I don't think I would have unlisted my growl cover, so it should be there. I'll check after this live stream. Daytona said she's gonna leave. Too tired to stay awake right now. Totally fine. Good night. Tiara, I joined while working on the weekends. Oh yes, it's the weekend. Um, Honestly, the days kind of blur together. Um, at this point, it just feels like every day is a weekend. I don't even know. It doesn't necessarily feel like a weekend either because I'm still working on applications, job applications, and medical school applications on the weekends as well. So I don't know. Every day just feels like the same day. Veronica is doing college orientation online. I bet that's really, really tough, but hopefully you're able to look forward to. I guess it's a while away. We don't know when this pandemic is going to end, but hopefully you're able to look forward to doing things in person maybe next year or the year after that. Um, yes, I graduated already, so no school right now, but um, Blink All the Way said, "Hi, I'm new. I love your EXO song covers. Thank you so much." Their EXO is my favorite group, and yeah, I just love covering EXO songs. They're I talked about this I think last time, but I think a lot of my music taste has been shaped around EXO, and so EXO's music is just what I like, and so I really like being able to cover it and sing it as well. It's super fun. Um, thank you, Tisa. And Monica and Nicole Symbol said, I love dogs too. They are so cute. Yes, I've been wanting a dog for such a long time. Um, but it's never been like I've never been able to feel like I can 100% commit to being able to take care of a dog, especially because I would want to adopt one rather than go out and like buy a dog. So a lot of the process of adopting one, I think, is you have to be a little bit more aware that the dog might have certain needs. And because my parents work full time and I was at college, it was difficult to make sure that someone would be able to provide for a dog's needs. So, yeah. Your icon love scenario is my favorite. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, actually, recently I got contacted by the someone on the production team of the 2020 Asia Song Festival, I think. Let me check. Yes, the 2020 Asia Song Festival in Korea, and they asked if they could use my icon love scenario cover. So if you guys end up watching the 2020 Asia Song Festival, I don't know when it is. I tried to look it up as well. You might see my love scenario cover there. This had happened one time before as well. I don't remember what award show it was. I think it was a Gayo de Chukje, maybe. Um, and they had a whole bunch of Icon Love Scenario covers playing in the background as Icon was performing Love Scenario. Um, I am 22. I turned 22 back in July, and it's crazy that I'm 22. I saw I saw this tweet a couple days ago about how uh, I'm just basically like letting my 20s pass before my eyes. It's crazy that I'm already 22, and I guess it sounds a little bit weird for someone who is older than me, but I have uh, a little fear of growing older, especially because I have absolutely no idea what the rest of my life is going to look like as of right now. So it's a little terrifying. Um, yeah, I'm 22. Veronica asked, "How about cats?" Oh, I think I answered this a little bit earlier. I have a cat allergy, unfortunately, so um, unfortunately can't take care of cats. Although I think you mentioned it later on that cats are actually like a little bit easier to take care of since they're a lot more independent, and you can leave them at home alone more than you are able to a dog. But it's just unfortunate that I have a cat allergy, so I'm not able to um, have a cat. Blink All the Way asked, "Who's your bias in EXO?" My bias is Lay or Ishin. Milena Costa, do you have any tips for those who want to have a cover channel? Um, I don't know. When I started off my channel, what I used, I think my first cover that I ever made was my lightsaber cover, and I recorded it using my Blue Yeti mic. Oh, no, no, no. I think my first ever cover, I just used my phone and then added the instrumental to the background of it or something like that. But once I got my microphone, which is the Blue Yeti, I used this free program called Audacity. And Audacity is a little bit hard to use, but I would recommend figuring out whether you want to invest in a really good quality mic or if you want to invest in a really good quality, or I guess, really good quality mic slash other equipment because when you have a really good quality mic, you also have these other accessories that come with it. I don't know the exact terminology of these things, but I think there are these little boxes um, that help with like the filtering through the microphone. So whether you want to invest in those accessories or whether you want to invest in a mixing software. I used GarageBand for 4 years, and then I recently got Logic Pro, but I find GarageBand a lot easier to use. It's way simpler, so I still use GarageBand a lot. So if you have a MacBook, try just fiddling with the GarageBand effect presets. I think that's the only advice I have for right now. Geronimo asked, "Where are you going to med school?" I have no idea because I'm still applying. I was just talking with my dad this morning about how I'm not even really sure that I want to go to medical school. As the process has gone forward, I've just realized like I think like every step forward in the process is just kind of like I'm having to fight my way to get through the process. I don't know, I just don't like the process of having to apply to medical school in America. To be fair, having to apply to anything is always really tough, and I think particularly on your self-esteem, but medical school just kind of seems like they just don't want you at all, and you just have to, like, try to convince them by, like, begging them to take you. Andrew asked, "Who is my BTS bias?" I don't have a bias in BTS. I think for when I was like a lot younger and BTS had just debuted, I really liked Jungkook, but as of recently, I don't know who my bias would be. It might be RM. I don't know. I don't follow BTS that much, so yeah. Kevin's D 2008. Do you still do K-pop dance covers? So I joined a K-pop dance team in college that I did my junior and senior year, and I did dances with them and was able to sort of grow my dance skills with them. But I didn't end up doing a lot of covers on my own after that point. I'm also not a particularly skilled dancer. I think there are way better K-pop cover dancers on YouTube than me, and so I think for me it just makes more sense to focus on my covers since I think I'm not necessarily like the best singer or anything in the K-pop cover, YouTube scene, but I think I happen to, mix well. So yeah, I think that's kind of like the stuff that I'll be sticking to in the future. Not normal said, "I love your Crush Uwa cover." Thank you so much. Oh my god, it's been almost 4 years since I uploaded that cover. Isn't that insane? I uploaded that cover the fall of my freshman year. Oh my god. Joy6104, have any idols from any new groups been wrecking you and trying to take Ishing's place as number one bias? Yes. So I think I talked about this last time, and it's been about a month since, and I've gotten even more into Stray Kids. Um, and I really, really like IN from Stray Kids, but I don't know. I think see, like, I haven't once Yixing has another comeback, I think I will be able to really tell whether or not that my number one bias position has been changed. Hugo said, Prita, I'm studying psychology and I have a neuropsychology class and I'm struggling with it because there are a lot of functions, parts, and it's too much for my little brain. Can you give me some advice? I think it would depend on, so you're saying psychology, neuropsychology, and a lot of functions. So like brain functions and like specific regions of the brain and exactly what they're responsible for. Um, Unfortunately, since that's rote memorization, I think it really depends on how you memorize best. There's a particular app that is really great for memorization. It's called Anki, and kind of like Quizlet, I guess. But what it does is um, it even if you've like memorized a term for the day, it'll bring it back every couple of days and stretch the period, um, or each time you're able to answer the like card, you get a little longer period of time without reviewing. I don't know how to explain the system. Basically, it brings that term back every once in a while, so that you're able to memorize it long term rather than short term. I found that that was really helpful when I was studying for my MCAT. So Anki, I definitely recommend that for you. Not normal. It's short, but I still love it. Oh, the UA cover. Charlize, do you still dance, Prita? I remember you were in a dance team before. Yes, so I talked about that. 1998 team here. Yes. Wow, cat. Um, Leet Supa Haxor, what made you take down the Koreaboo video? It's what got me subscribed to your channel. I've been wanting to talk about this actually, so I'm really glad that you brought it up. I didn't want to just like bring it up out of nowhere, but I think my opinion on that video has changed a lot since I also made that video my freshman year of college. I do still agree with the message, which is that the thing that I was most upset about with that video was there, for context, for people who didn't know about this video, is I was really upset at that point about Koreaboo compilations. Those were really popular at that time. To be fair, that was 2016, 2017. So that was when BTS was really starting to explode in popularity. And so I think a lot of people were beginning to become aware of non-Asians and non-Koreans getting into K-pop and trying to speak the language and trying to do the dances and blah, 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 blah. And some people took it too far, which I definitely acknowledge. But some people tried to make fun of them by making these compilation videos of random people, YouTubers that had to do with K-pop. And so I still agree with the fact that those compilation videos just have no place on the internet. I think just it's basically just bullying, but I do understand why people were upset, particularly with non-Asian, specifically white people trying to pretend like they were Korean or appropriate the culture and stuff like that. So I took it down because of that. Saman Magar said you should try FL Studio. I think it's a little too complicated for me. Also, your girl is broke, so I don't know if I'd be able to afford it. Andrew Fogarty, if you could join one already existing K-pop group, who would it be? I don't think I would want to join a K-pop group. I think unfortunately there's no like female band version of like Day 6 or something, but if that existed, then maybe that one. Um if this was like a real hypothetical situation and I could just put like make up talents to fit that group, yo, it would be so cool to be an ITZY. I wish I could dance that well. Um, Veronica Chung, get that free tuition, NYU, WashU, Kaiser, and more. Oh, definitely. I'm applying to NYU, but Kaiser is a new school. I think this is their first cohort. And so I think there's always that risk of them losing accreditation, especially not just that, but also like if they don't have experience teaching students beforehand, then I think the the courses may not be designed properly. I think that was something that I experienced as a neuro major at Princeton. The neuro major was only about 3 or 2 years old when I joined Princeton and became a neuro concentrator. And I found that my neuro classes were a lot of the time a lot messier than a lot of my other classes, like my pre med classes, which had been tried and tested and stuff like that. So I think that you run that risk with those types of schools. I think I already answered the question about BTS bias. Hugo, I'll download that app. Yes. Hopefully that will be helpful for you. Someone asked if I follow with NCT and Super M. I keep up with Super M because I like EXO, and I used to follow up with NCT, but I think they've just gotten too big for me to continually follow up with. But I did watch the year party video, and that was super cool. I was super blown away by that. Charlize asked if I play any musical instruments, and if not, what would I want to learn? I played clarinet in elementary school, and then since then, I have not played any musical instruments. If I were, if I could, I would love to learn guitar. I think that would go well with me singing, but I guess this is not necessarily a musical instrument, but if I had the time to dedicate to it, I'd really love to learn how to mix beats on something like GarageBand. I'd really love to be able to create my own music, but unfortunately, I don't have the time, and I'm not even sure I necessarily have the skills to do that. So the time investment, especially since I don't necessarily seem particularly inclined to make my own beats. Um, I don't know. We'll see. That would be really cool though. Kevin's D 2008 asked who would be in your SM Super M like girl group. Oh, this is a good question. Okay, so we'd obviously have to have Silgi. Silgi would be like the Kai of Super M, but Super W, yes. Super W. Yeah, I think that she would fulfill that type of role. Or maybe, yeah, no, she would fulfill a Kai type of role. Um, Wendy, for sure. Wendy or Taeyeon. I don't know which one of the two. I don't know if Taeyeon would particularly suit a super M-like concept, and so maybe Wendy would be better. Um, and then, okay, I'm trying to think of. So I don't know how many FX members are still signed to SM, but I think Victoria could be pretty cool. Having Victoria could be pretty cool. She's quite old now, though, right? She's in her mid 30s now, I think. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Um, who else? Hyoyeon, maybe? Hyoyeon. Unfortunately, SM just doesn't have any very talented female rappers. So I don't think there's anyone to fulfill sort of the roles that Taeyong and Mark fulfill. But yeah, those are my picks as of right now. I know that SM's new girl group is coming out sometime maybe at the end of this year or next year, early next year. So maybe they will be a more rap focused group. That would be super exciting. Monica said, I hope there will be a cure for COVID-19. Yes, hopefully vaccines will come out sometime soon. Yagdo Caralho said, hi. Thanks for joining. Sorry if I'm getting to your comment super late. Saman Magar asked about Big Bang. I am not really into Big Bang music. Yeah. Kang Taeuk, have you ever visited Mexico and Cuba? I and some of my partners have a plan to visit there to open a business, but COVID-19 is blocking us. Maybe before next summer, possible, or can US citizens visit Cuba? That's very interesting. I've never visited Mexico or Cuba. I don't know about travel restrictions or guidelines between the US, Mexico, and Cuba, but I would assume that it's a little easier for US citizens to visit Mexico and Cuba. But really interesting that you're planning to open a business there. Geronimo Aragia plans on returning to Nepal. We had plans for this summer, or at least my parents did, and I wasn't really sure whether I would be going or not because I was preparing for my MCATs. But of course, because of COVID, that did not end up happening. So as of right now, I don't think there will be any. Uh, I don't think it's safe to be traveling anytime in the next year and a half. So probably not anytime soon. Zaylee said, "Hi Prita, which laptop do you use to record your music covers?" So I'm using GarageBand to mix my covers, which is included in on all Apple computers or Apple devices. I mean, other than iPhone. I think you can also use it on your iPad. Hugo asked, you said guitar, and suddenly I remember that you had a photo with Elise. I'm a big fan of you both, and that photo got me super, super happy. It was like a dream. What about a collab someday? Elise, oh my god, I love her. That day, that was when I went to KCON, and it was so. Oh my god, it was such a moment when she told me that she knew who I was. Oh my god. But I would love to be able to do a collab. I know that she's busy, doing her stuff as well, but yeah, I'd definitely be down. Lily asked, "Have you ever thought about auditioning at a company? You have such a good voice. You should totally think about it." Oh, thank you so much for the compliment. I have not, or okay, I have definitely considered, especially when I was younger. I thought about auditioning for something, but I don't think I want to become a singer as a career. I don't really want to go into the music side slash uh, entertainment side. Um, and I'm actually not that great a singer. I'm really good at mixing, or no, I'm not really good, but I'm good enough at mixing that it makes it sound like I'm a good singer. I think I have a good enough vocal tone that it's pleasant to listen to me, but I'm not actually that talented a singer, and I don't think I would be able to dance and sing at the same time. Um, yeah, sorry, someone. I'm not super into uh, Big Bang. Nimrat Kaur, hi, I'm a freshman in high school whose goal is to get into a prestigious university. Can you give me any tips or advice on what I should do in high school? By the way, I'm from New Jersey. Okay, so I know that this is probably not what you want to hear, but um, I think rather than focusing on a prestigious university, you should think about what you want to become in the future and what school has uh, the best department for going into that type of career. So by that I mean, like, if you want to go into computer science, it's not really necessary to go to an Ivy League school. You will definitely get really nice connections and stuff like that. But I also know a lot of my friends who went to Rutgers and got into really similar positions after graduating. So yeah, I would consider that more importantly. It's something that I realized as I was applying to medical school as well, is that Princeton unfortunately grade deflates. And so my grades are a lot lower than I think that they would have been if I went to my state school. Um, and so I do think that that happened to be a disadvantage on going to Princeton. Obviously, I'm very thankful, and overall, it's such an amazing opportunity to be able to have graduated from Princeton. And there are a lot of other great things that came out of graduating from Princeton. But if I want to go into medical school in the future, I think I should have really thought about like what school would have been best for going into medicine. Um, Oh, okay. So that was that was a prestigious university question, and then tips or advice to get into a good school in high school. I think at this point, a lot of people do really well on standardized testing, and people are finding out that standardized testing isn't a really great indicator of how talented you are. Anyways, so I think extracurriculars are becoming a lot more important. Do things that make you stand out. Do things that are unique, and do things that you are passionate about. I think the most important thing is how you package yourself as an applicant. And so, having a really great story to write in your personal statement that involves your extracurriculars, I think is the best thing, as opposed to, I mean, obviously, you need to do well in school and hopefully you can get a good, standardized test score. But I think those things are pretty well understood, and yeah, engaging in unique activities and writing a good personal statement and showing your passion for things is a little bit of an underrated point. Charlize asked, once this pandemic is over, what do you want to do slash where do you want to go? I don't know. I think I really want to meet up with some of my friends from college. Um, we're all pretty close to each other. We're all on the East Coast, but yeah, I feel like we haven't been able to meet up particularly often because of concerns, and um, there's also some of my friends who are still in college that go to Princeton. So hopefully, once the pandemic ends, they'll be back on campus near me, and I'll be able to go visit them because I really miss them. Um, Nimrat Kaur said, "I absolutely love your voice. Thank you so much." Milena Costa asked, "How much time did it take you to learn Korean?" I'm still not that good at Korean. I would say I'm probably like I can carry basic conversations on most topics, but I'm still not particularly I'm definitely not fluent. Um, I don't really know exactly how to describe the timeline. So like up until I got into college, I was just watching K-dramas, and I had learned how to read and write Hangul, and I knew some, like vocabulary and stuff like that from watching K-dramas and K-pop. But um, yeah, I wouldn't really have been able to carry a conversation at that point. And then once I got into college and I started taking Korean at school, our Korean department is really really amazing, and so I think I owe it a lot to my Korean professors how much I was able to improve in the past 4 years. I got to this point where I am able to carry basic conversations. So yeah, I think it definitely depends on mm, what level you want to go to, and also like what you are thinking of doing. Like, are you self-studying or are you taking a course at a like a college or something like that? Do you know? I mean, watching Yo-Yo songs, Korean girl singer. I don't know Yo-Yo Yo-Yo That sounds like a Japanese name. It's very interesting. I don't know this singer. Saman Magar asked if I'm Nepali. Yes, I'm Nepali. Manepalio. Monica and Nicole symbol was 2019 better than 2020? Yes. I would definitely, I think I was a lot happier in 2019. And there was no pandemic. So yeah. What did I major in? In neuroscience. Hugo asked, come to Chile someday. I would love to. I am not able to afford plane tickets at the moment, so traveling for pleasure is definitely. Uh, I'll have to earn some. I'll have to get a job and earn some money before being able to travel for pleasure. Blooming Day cover. Shambhavi said, Blooming Day cover is still on my playlist. Really? It's been about two. Yeah, it's been 2 full years since I released that cover, but I'm actually super proud of that one. So I'm really glad that that one's still on your playlist. Um, JH asked, how did you get into K-pop? What K-pop group was your first love? I got into K-pop with this group called Boyfriend in 2012, but they became pretty inactive basically 2 years after then. Um, so like I got into them, but I was only into them for maybe like 2 months, and then I really got into Shiny. So I would say that Shiny is what really got me into K-pop. And Ray Evans said, hello, hello. Oh, I think I remember seeing your comment last time that you weren't able to make it. Um, so I'm glad you're able to make it this time, if that one's you. Bae Hana, I really love your voice. Thank you so much. 한국말로 자기소개 좀요? 네. 안녕하세요. 저는 프리타이고요. 저는 어 얼마 전에 대학교를 졸업한 지금 의대에 지원하고 있는 학생? 학생 아닌데 네, 지금 의대에 지원하고 있고 그냥 K-pop을 좋아하니까 K-pop 커버하고 있어요. 네. Zukaritas Unu, I love your cover so much. I don't speak English, so sorry if it's bad. Wait, your English is so good. I always feel so bad when, or I always see like these comments where people say like they don't speak English very well and they speak it so well. Don't ever feel bad about not speaking good English. You're here, speaking a language that's not your native language, and you're doing amazing. So don't worry at all. Thank you so much for joining my live and commenting on my on the chat. Ray Evans asked, whatever happened to boyfriend? They had some bops. I know. Oh my god. The other day, was it last time I was doing my live? I was talking about some of the boyfriend songs that I liked. Oh my god, they had some really good songs. I don't know what the title is, but Don't Touch My Girl. Oh, that one was so good. And I'll Be Waiting or I'll Be Yours, something like that. That one was a really good song as well. Nimrat Kaur, I'm sorry, but could you please repeat your major if you don't mind? I accidentally closed the tab. Oh yeah, absolutely. My major is neuroscience. So I was doing brain studies. Charlize, Zukaritas Unu, your English is pretty good, don't worry. Yes, exactly. Hype each other up. Absolutely. I love that. Ray Evans said, yes, it was me, Australian time zone. Haha. Awesome. That's so cool. Thank you so much for joining from Australia. Michelle Chan asked, Omji, how did you learn Korean? I talked about this a little bit earlier, so I'll just touch on it a little bit. I think I learn languages relatively easily, so I think I did have a little bit of benefit there since I speak Nepali at home, and I took Spanish and French in middle school and high school. So I learned quite a bit from just listening to K-pop and K-dramas, and then in college, I ended up taking Korean for 3 years. Jerry K asked, are you doing Christmas drops this year? Yes, I just hit my table. I'm so excited to do the Christmas drops this year because I don't have college, preventing me from starting a little bit earlier. So hopefully I'll be able to get started on them a little bit earlier instead of always ending a lot later than I expect. Hugo Acevedo, if you came here someday, can I be your guide? We can also sing something. Maybe, I don't know. I think it would be interesting. I don't know how I would feel about like meeting someone off the internet in person, but it's so sweet of you to offer. Geronimo Ariaja, what are your thoughts on capitalism and socialism? Ooh, okay, this is a very heavy topic. I've recently become a lot more aware of how awful a system capitalism is. I do not have enough information on capitalism or socialism or communism to really make opinionated judgments, but I think I'm realizing that we live in a really awful, terrible capitalist society. So yeah, as of right now, those are my opinions. Caritas Uno, thanks. Yes, of course, you're welcome. JH, 너무 잘하세요. 감사합니다. 저 아직 제 한국어 실력이 너무 부족한 것 같아요. 네. Angela Fernando, hi Prita, I love your cover so much. You bring happiness to my life. That's so sweet. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you so much for listening to my covers as well. Maddie Lau, hey bro. Hello, bro. Charlize, can you believe it's almost October already? This year zoomed by, but at the same time, it feels like it's been forever since January. Absolutely, I feel the exact same way. I remember seeing a lot of tweets about how it was like this year was January, February, March, and then like somehow September. It's crazy that October is coming. It's scary for me because I it's already been what, 3, 4 months that since I've graduated and I still don't have a job, and I don't know if I wanna go to med school, but I'm applying for med school, and I don't know, things are crazy. Someone Mugger asked, "Are there any upcoming covers?" So last time I talked about how I am working on my Baekhyun Candy cover and the Psycho cover, but I don't they're not coming along as quickly as I hoped that they would. But some songs that have released recently that I would really like to cover, I almost said Adios. Everglow's La Di Da. Oh my god, I love that song so much, and I think I would be able to cover it well as well. So that one, and I just listened to Super M's One, and I really like that song. And I'm thinking about maybe I would cover it. But the song that I played earlier today, maybe I can play it again now that more people have joined, which was Hoodie's Hangang. Let's see, hopefully you can hear it. Hoodie's Hangang, I really like, and hopefully I'll be able to either make a full cover version of Hoodie's Sunshine, which I did a short cover of earlier this month or in August. So yeah, hopefully make a full cover of some Hoodie song. Ray Evans said, I can't stay because I have to go to dance practice, but I hope the rest of your life goes well. Awesome! Have fun at dance practice. Someone was it, and I loved your Exo Monster cover. Thank you so much. Oh, you're doing jobbing. Yes, good luck, good luck. Bye. Bye, someone. Charlize, Ray Evans, good luck in dance practice. That's so cool. Oh, I love how Charlize is just responding to other people in the chat. I love that. Yellow's Runchy Lizard? Yellow's Runchy Lizard? No, you. You're so pretty, I could never. Oh my god, no, don't say that. Oh my goodness. No, 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 no. In this space, we are all about uplifting each other. But thank you so much. Geronimo. Opinions on Julian Assange. Interesting questions you have going on here. Unfortunately, I don't know that much about politics, so I feel like I'm not able to answer your questions very well. I don't think I have a good enough opinion or good enough background on Julian Assange to be able to answer that question. Shambhavi asked, when will you come live next? Hopefully, I'll be able to do this once a month. So sometime around the end of next month. Yeah, I think that's when I should be doing another live. Charlize said, oh my goodness, Lottie, that was so amazing. The melody of the chorus is so beautiful. Oh my god, I know. Shall we just listen to it now? I love that song so much. I texted my friends a couple days ago. I was like, I haven't felt this way about a song since Bad Boy. Or a girl group release since Bad Boy. Okay, I'm playing it. Zukaritas Unu, I love your cover, Growl EXO. It's How I Met You. Can you say some words in Spanish? Sorry, I can't multitask very well. Thank you so much for listening to my Growl cover. That one's a really old one, so it's super surprising that you were able to get introduced to my channel through that. Can I say some words in Spanish? I don't know very much Spanish anymore since I took it in middle school. But hola, me amo Pita. Te amo. The only words I remember, I talked about this last time, but the only words I remember from Spanish and French class are how to ask if I can go to the bathroom. So puedo ir al baño. The only concern I have about doing a la-di-da cover is how high the chorus is. I definitely would not be able to belt that in my chest voice. I would have to do it in head voice or pitch it down at least like 2 or 3 semi-notes. Yeah. Hugo said, I took all Kai parts in the one album and he has only 3 minutes and 25 seconds. I'm kind of sad about that because I'm Kai biased, but his parts are gold OMG. Oh, really? Interestingly, I don't actually know how many songs are in the album. I feel like 3 minutes and 25 seconds could be pretty fair, depending on the number of songs. But I guess if you're Kai biased, that definitely seems like it could be saddening. I'm really glad that 10 got more lines this comeback, though. So 10 and Lucas got a lot more fair distribution, which is interesting because in La Di Da as well, the line distribution was a lot better as well. So maybe this is something that all of K-pop is actually working towards. I don't know. Yellow Swoochy Lizard, no you. Her reading my new lol. Were you maybe laughing at me reading your username? I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know what I know it's yellow and lizard, but I don't know what's in the middle. Yellow Runchi? Or Kira Martinez. Hello. Thank you for joining. Marielle Laporta, I miss Lay so much. Can't wait for his birthday. I hope he releases something again this year. Yes, oh my goodness, his birthday is so soon actually. It's what, like 2 weeks from now? It's crazy that he has released something on his birthday basically like every year for the past 3 years or something. I definitely, would love to have a release from him, but I would also love for him to be able to just enjoy his birthday, doing stuff for himself. Yellow Swoochy Lizard, no you. Oh no, I have to go. Thank you for coming to join, though. Hope you have a nice rest of the day. Hugo Acevedo, there are 15 songs. Oh my god, that is a lot. That is a lot to have on an album. Oh, and this isn't like a repackage or anything either, right? That's so many songs. Wow. Zucaritas Uno. Oh, your Spanish is so cute and good. I'm impressed. Thank you so much. Actually 14 because one is a mixed monster and eternity. Oh, okay. Sorry, I keep disappearing out of the frame. I have to keep that in mind as well. Geronimo Arriaga, favorite book? I stopped reading after high school. To be fair, I did have to take literature courses in college as well, but it's not like I was reading for fun. I had quite a bit of readings that I just had to do for classes, and so I just stopped reading things that I wanted to read on my own. I'm very attached to my childhood books. So I was just talking about this with some these girls that I kind of like tutor, I guess. But I really love the Percy Jackson series. It just gives me warm feelings. But I guess a more serious, a little bit more mature book. There's this book that I read that I was while I was in high school. Why am I forgetting what it's called? 13. Oh, I don't remember what it's called anymore. Kite Runner. Okay, so the author of The Kite Runner also wrote this book, but I can't remember. So it's Khalid Hosseini. Is it 1,000 Splendid Suns? Yes, 1,000 Splendid Suns. Oh, that book made me so emotional. Yeah, that book just made me so emotional. It's about a woman in, I think the setting is in Afghanistan, following the war, and it's just heartbreaking what she has to go through. Um, Monica and Nicole symbol. I watched the EXO CBX Blooming Day cover. Oh, thank you so much. The video for that is super embarrassing, but I really like the way that the mixing turned out on that cover. I really like the way that I mixed the harmonies on that cover, which is really funny to say because I mixed it, and so I shouldn't be complimenting myself. But for some reason, I've never really been able to replicate the way that I mixed the harmonies on that cover since then. Charlize said, same. I haven't really read anything that's not required for school since elementary. I always tell myself I want to read a book or series, but I never really have the time anymore. RIP. Exactly. Yeah. I really wish that I was one of those people who really valued reading for pleasure and also just for like self betterment, self improvement. But I guess I'm just not one of those people. But I'm curious, Charlize, are you in high school? Are you in college? Wondering like what stage of life you're at, um, since you're saying that you haven't read anything since elementary. D Chavez 005. Hi Prita, love your covers. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching my covers. Um, all right, I think Sukaritas Uno said, "You are so beautiful. I have all covers in my playlist after school, and I'm listening again and again this quarantine." Thank you so much. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm really glad that I'm able to, provide music that other people like listening to. It's really so mind blowing to me that you guys would choose to listen to my covers as opposed to, just like the original songs that I do covers for. The reason that I do covers is not because like I expect other people to listen to them or prefer my covers over um, other artists' songs. I genuinely do covers because I enjoy the process of recording and I enjoy the process of learning how to mix vocals and stuff like that. It's just really satisfying to me once I get the end product and I'm able to learn how to make, um, uh, vocals sound the way that professionals make them sound. So, um, yeah, it's so crazy to me because I never really expect other people to, want to listen to my covers to any like significant degree. It's so crazy that, my videos even get thousands of views. It's amazing. Thank you so much for listening to my covers. um, Charlize said, I'm a high school senior. I'll be applying to college real soon. Ooh, okay, awesome. Good luck with applying to college. I know that it's a super stressful process, especially right now because of the pandemic. So, yeah, good luck. Jerry K, yes, Frida, your voice is so unique, and I definitely prefer your covers over originals. Thank you so much. Oh, it's so cool to hear that my voice is unique. I've heard or not heard, but I've seen comments telling, quite a few comments telling me that my voice is similar to Rosé's voice, which is really interesting because I actually don't really like Rosé's voice all that much. Like, I think she's a good singer, and I think her voice is pleasant to listen to, but, I've listened to what her voice sounded like before she debuted as Blackpink, and I thought she sounded a lot better that way. Um, so yeah, sometimes I'm like, "Oh, thank you for telling me I sound like Rosé," but she's also not particularly my favorite vocal tone in K-pop, so Hmm. I mean, personal preference and everything as well. Like a lot of people really like Rosé's vocal tone, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's interesting to think about like what my voice sounds like to people who aren't me. I don't know. I'm getting super meta here, but um, so Yura Love, first cover I listened to was Solo by Jenny, and I'm glad I found you. Sorry I was late finding you, but I'm so proud of you, and I really enjoy everything you do from your dance to your vocal covers. Thank you so much. It's also like crazy to me that people would watch my dance covers and think that that was worth subscribing to. I am not a particularly great dancer, and I cannot bear to watch my Jenny solo cover because of the the dancing. Also, like, I don't think my vocal cover in that video either was all particularly great, but thank you so much for appreciating it. And thank you so much for also, appreciating my dancing and my vocal covers as well. Kang Taeuk, if I send a text through your Instagram, can you open and read it? Um, I can read it. I can't promise you that I would respond to it. I think that's a little bit the difficulty about that is that, like, I don't want, uh, to be obligated to respond to people, and I feel like it wouldn't necessarily be fair for me to respond to certain people and not to respond to others. So I do read all of my DMs and I read all of my comments and all of that. So you should definitely feel free to DM me if there's anything that you want to say to me, but I can't guarantee a response, unfortunately. Sorry. Um, Hugo Acevedo, like Rose, I mean, I like her voice, but OMG, no, that people is crazy AF. Interesting, interesting. No, I'm definitely not offended by people telling me that I sound like Rose, but it's definitely a really interesting comment. Um, Charlize, yes, I agree with everyone here. I love, love, love your covers. I think the first one I watched from you was Monster. Ah, that's amazing. Oh my God. My Monster cover, it's been 4 years since then. Oh, mind blowing that it has been 4 years since then. So Caritas Uno is so beautiful and admirable. Me too. I listening to your covers for by is better than other. Your voice is so soft, relaxed, and pretty. Thank you so much. Oh, I sit here on these live streams and I just get compliments from you guys. Thank you so much. Um, Hang Taeyuk, not private text will be about business, maybe. Yeah, I mean, feel free to DM me. I can't guarantee a response, unfortunately. Sorry, you guys. Yeah, I never know how to approach these sorts of things. But yeah, I hope you understand. All right, it's been an hour since I started this live, um, and it's looking like the chat is slowing down as well. So maybe I'll stay on for maybe another 15 minutes, but we can start wrapping things up. I had said that I had wanted to recommend some songs that I've been listening to recently, and I actually wanted to maybe talk about some of ones that people recommended last week since I did check them out. Um, so people had told me to listen to ATs. They told me that I should, pay attention to them. And I'm not sure that ATs is necessarily for me, but I listened to Illusion, Aurora, Wonderland, Mist, and Utopia, and I really liked Aurora and Utopia out of them. I'm not sure if I would stan, but I do like those two songs, so I wanted to recommend them to you guys. And I got, like, out of that list, I think Day 6 is one group that I think, like, I will really regularly be listening to in the future. I did listen to their songs because you guys recommended them to me, but I also started playing the JYP, what is it called? Superstar? Ooh. Superstar, the tapping game with the music. And they had like a Day 6 promotional event, and I ended up going through all of their songs and playing them, and they were so, so, so good. I think for me, vocal tone is so important when it comes to liking a K-pop group, and I just really, really love all of Day 6's vocal tone, particularly I think One Peel. I really, really like his voice. But all of them have really nice voices. Just really chef's kiss. Um, Miss Dreamgirl 098, I love your covers. I remember when you did reactions to EXO MVs and Fangirl to Baekhyun, which made me laugh because I reacted like that too. Yes, I'm still reacting to EXO music videos. I know that someone had asked about it in a comment on my Stray Kids reaction about why I didn't react to Yixing, and I answered this before as well, but the timing at that point wasn't particularly good when it was Baekhyun's, Ishin's, and EXO-SC because I was preparing. So that all happened around when I was finishing up my thesis. The Black Lives Matter protests really surged in popularity, or they really started this summer. And also then after that, when I was, hardcore studying for my MCAT. So yeah, I will still be doing EXO music video reactions in the future, so don't worry about that. But I'm really glad that you were able to enjoy them, and that you had the same reaction as me. Um, I uh, that's all I can really hope for with those reaction videos is providing someone with that feeling of sharing excitement about something, you know? Um, Armando Barreto, hi Prita, hello. Zucaritas Uno, these are so beautiful. Thank you. Thank for all. Michelle Chan, I love your covers, especially UN Village. Ah, thank you so much. I also never expected UN Village to get as much attention as it did. I think it was a pretty simple cover. Like I didn't do much harmonies or a lot of mixing. So I'm really glad that people appreciated it as much as they did. Charlize also said, OMG, UN Village. Sherry K said, UN Village was so good. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I didn't expect it to get so much attention, especially because I uploaded Village um, after almost like 3 or 4 months off of YouTube. That's when I started like not uploading as regularly. So yeah, I was really surprised that a lot of people paid attention to it. Charlie said, "Prita, weren't you famous already?" I don't understand. No, 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 no. I won't be famous. I won't be famous. I'm not doing this to become a celebrity. I really enjoy making covers because I love the process of it, and I really enjoy making music video reactions because I love that feeling of sharing something that I'm excited about with other people. But um, yeah, other like I'm really not doing it to become famous, and I talked about it last time as well. Like I don't want you guys to feel like I'm famous or some type of celebrity or something. Like I'm just a normal person. So I hope that that helps you like also manage your expectations about like how I approach YouTube, since I don't necessarily follow everything that my subscribers ask for me to do. Um, but I really, really appreciate all of you guys. So that, I just hope you guys know that. Sukaritos Uno said, UN, UN Village. Ah, it's so beautiful. Thank you so much. Chang something. Chang Ta? Zhang Yixing Hen something. 他不是你的真爱了，哈哈哈。是我的真爱，是 I don't know what else to say. I've forgotten all of my Chinese, but 是我的真爱. Shambhavi, can you speak Hindi? Not really. Unfortunately, like I didn't grow up watching a lot of Bollywood movies, so I didn't end up learning all that much Hindi. But I mean, because I speak Nepali, like मेरा नाम प्रीता है है प्रीता है yeah प्रीता yeah प्रीता है yeah, I mean like I can understand quite a bit, but I can't really speak much. um Hi, hi Lily. No worries that you're late. I'm actually just about to finish up though, so just a couple more minutes on, and then E. Hugo Acevedo, I don't know Chinese, but OMG, it sounds so good for me at least. No, it's really not good. Michelle Chan, haha, the way you speak Chinese, you are so cute. Thank you so much. um, are you graduating uni this year? I graduated this June, so yes, I already graduated. And Vaibhavi Patankar, hi, did you listen to Suho's self-portrait album? I did listen to it when it originally dropped, but I haven't listened to it much since then, I'm not super into like ballad like songs. So both Chen and Suho, I think their solo music isn't particularly stuff that I would put on my playlist. But yeah, I did listen to it originally. I honestly would not be able to tell you what the songs are called though. Okay, so I'm gonna finish up my song recommendations since I talked about the AT songs that I liked, and for One Us, I also checked out Red Thread, Plastic Flower, and White Night. And I think Red Thread and White Night are both more like ballady songs, but I really ended up liking Plastic Flower. Like I think I might have to add that to my playlist. I really like that one. It's a little bit more R&B. Um, and yeah, I talked about Day 6. People recommended I Need Somebody, Zombie, and Somehow. But actually, I think rather than those three songs, there were some other ones that I really liked that were Shoot Me, Sweet Chaos. What other ones? I don't know, but You Were Beautiful? I think that's the title in English. 예뻤어? Yeah. Yeah, I liked those songs, so I would recommend them to you guys as well. And then people also, I think Lily recommended that I check out 17. So I checked out Falling for You or Dawn is Hotter Than Day, and I liked both of those songs actually. I had already heard Our Dawn is Hotter Than Day. I just didn't know what the title was, but I like that song beforehand as well. And Falling for You is so, so, so good. I love coffee shop music, and Falling for You definitely seems like coffee shop music. Um, Xingmi. Oh, Xingmi. Hello from Malaysia. Hello. Hugo Acevedo, do you like EXO's First Love? Yes, of course. I did a cover of it. It's one of my favorite of EXO's Christmas songs. Could I sing a little bit of it now, please? Sure. Um, my voice is getting a little bit hoarse from talking for so long, but hopefully it'll be good enough. Um, 첫눈 오는 이런 오후에 너에게 전화를 걸 수만 있다면 기쁠 텐데. How does the chorus go? 너를 만나면 눈물 차올라 바보 같은 난 아무 말 못해 말해줘 Merry Merry Christmas 안녕 잘 지내는 거지. Yeah, hopefully that was good enough. Jad Soul Tre, hi, I missed you. Hi, thanks for joining. I'm actually just about to finish up this live though. OMG, are you talking about One Us Plastic Flower? Yes, I was talking about One Us Plastic Flower. Um, um, Xingmi said, Shoot Me, Sweet Chaos, and You Were Beautiful. Yes, those are such good songs. Lily Chen said, Hee hee, glad you like the 17 songs. Yes, thank you for recommending them. Xingmi said, I miss your voice. Oh, thank you so much. Charlize, oh, Prita, isn't it past midnight there? Make sure to rest soon. Oh, yeah, don't worry about like, I go to bed around like 1 a.m. So like this isn't particularly late or anything. It's just that I'm not used to speaking this much since like I'm usually at home like all day and I just spend time just studying and writing essays. So I don't actually end up talking for quite this long. Um yeah, so I think it's just that's why my voice is a little hoarse. Hugo said that's first note, but oh, oh, you asked for first love. I I don't know why I misunderstood. First Love? Why don't I know that song? Oh, no, I know that. I know that song. I know that song. Let me play it. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've heard this song. Oh yeah. 한 걸음 널 따라 걸어 너 몰래 발을 맞추며 옷자락에 스치 너 향기 왜 이리 떨려오는 건지 너무나 달콤하지 조그만 예쁜 손끝이 닿듯이 또 맘을 간지려. This is from Exodus album. Oh my god. Wow, what a throwback. Oh my god. 기억에도 없이도 녹아내려버리지만 소녀의 조금은 서툰 산 앞에 무엇도 필요치 않아 투명한 눈으로 Oh, you love the song. But all of them sing. Because all of them sing, even Sehun. Just as you said that, Sehun's part came up. But yeah, that is such a throwback. Oh my god, thank you so much for recommending that I listen to it. Just absolutely amazing. All right, it's 12:15, so I'm gonna start wrapping this up. But I got one more chat comment. And Jana, I watched your cover of Baekhyun Dream. It was so amazing. Oh my god. I can't bear to watch that video anymore. Oh my god, it's so embarrassing and cringy, but I'm really glad you like it. I love that song, that collaboration between Baekhyun and Suzy, particularly the version that's in the music video. The instrumental is different for like the actual like downloadable track, I guess. But that's such a gorgeous song. So I'm really glad you liked that cover. All right, friends. Any last words? Vitamin C, my first love stream with you, Prita. I don't know if you mean that was your first stream with me, or if you mean that was your first stream listening to First Love. Oh, okay. First live stream. Thank you so much for joining. I'm so glad you were able to join. I will have another one next month, so definitely make sure to join. I'll be doing it early in the morning for people who weren't able to make last one, that was midday, and then this one that's late at night. So Charlize said, I remember that video. It was a really good cover though. Thank you. Miss Dreamgirl 098. Ooh, actually, I just realized your name is Dreamgirl, Miss Dreamgirl, which reminds me of the Shiny song. Oh, I was there for that era. You are the best. Stay safe and healthy. Thank you so much. Lily Chen, we love you, Frida. Thank you. I love you guys too. Vitamin C, I mean live, yep. Michelle Chan, hearts. Hugo Acevedo, I'll be there next time too. Wonderful. I look forward to seeing you guys all then. Is there anything you guys want me to do before the end of the live? Charlie said, bye, Prita. Thank you for spending this time with us. Good luck with applying to medical school and stay happy, healthy, and positive, but not the Rona kind of positive. Thank you so much. You guys write such sweet comments. Thank you. Allegra XOL, what is my next cover? Not sure yet, but either Candy, Psycho, or La Di Da for sure. Bye, Priya. Take care. Thank you so much. Priya said, yay, you're back again. Allegra XOL said, sorry, I was late. Oh, no, you just made it at the end of it. Yeah, I'm wrapping up. So, all right, friends, I think I'm going to end the live now. So I'll say bye. I'll keep this uploaded. So I think Priya and Allegro XOL just joined. You guys should be able to watch the earlier parts of the live once this gets uploaded later on. So, yee. All right, friends. Let me figure out how to end this because I'm on like so many different tabs. I'm so mad that YouTube made this more complicated than it needs to be. Also, why am I holding up my hand like this? I kept doing this throughout the live. I noticed. I'm so sorry. All right. Good night, guys, or I don't know what time it is where you are. So, bye-bye.